Yesterday, quote, yes, we will talk about that, changing Tampa since we are becoming a title town to Tompa Bay. We'll have those discussions. Skip has been calling it Tompa Bay all season now. Yeah, he started this thing. So, Shannon, how sick does this make you?
It just made me sick. It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Skip, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And the mayor should be ashamed of himself for putting something out there like that. I mean, y'all really should. This is embarrassing.
So how sick does this make you? Like vomit sick?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
You know what? If he does pull off beating Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes, they might go all the way to Bradyville. Just forget about the Tompa Bay. Just call it Bradyville, right?
I don't want to talk no more. I don't even want to talk to you no more. See?
I can't wait until Monday. That's what I can't. Monday's show.
Shannon,
there we go.
We're not done yet. I mean, well, I appreciate the masking up here, but you're just done. Well, I personally like Tompa Bay. Skip, I'll help you finish the end of the show. I think it makes sense if they win on Sunday. Tompa Bay it is. I'm feeling good about it.
Way to go, man.
You're embarrassing, Skip, man.
Oh,
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
my fault.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You started this bull jive.
I saw it all coming.
I'm good.
That is it for us, guys. Don't forget, Snoop will join us tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. The Herd is on right now. Have a good one. Linebacker Lavonte David said in a recent interview that Tom Brady is laser focused on the Super Bowl. David said that after winning the NFC Championship, a teammate was crying and Brady told him, quote, "What the bleep are you crying for? We're not done yet." So Shannon, like it, love it, or hate this from Tom?
Man, look here. Me, normally stories about the locker room stayed in the locker room. But it seems to me that everything that Tom Brady does that paints Tom Brady as a more mythical and a more magnanimous and the greatest leader of all time is that it seems to come out. Devin White said, man, I was a little disappointed that I didn't make the Pro Bowl. And he looked at me and was like, D, I don't give a bleep about no Pro Bowls. There's another bowl I want. I'm like, bro, wow. Like, I've never heard that one before. I could have swore I've said that plenty of times to guys. I'm sure John has said that plenty of times to guys. I know a lot of other players have said that's not the most important bowl. Skip, look.
It's a fairy tale.
No, I just think that when we won the AFC Championship game in Pittsburgh, Skip, we were very excited.
Yep.
Because we went back and we beat a team that had beaten the brakes off of us. But as in our excitement, I was like, hold on, guys. At the beginning of the season, we weren't talking about winning the AFC Championship game. We was talking about going to San Diego, and that's what the Super Bowl was. I said, I'm talking about going to see Shamu. I'm trying to win the Super Bowl because that's how we're going to be remembered.
Anybody cry?
I don't think so, Skip.
Okay.
No, I don't think anybody cried. Who crying in a football game? This ain't no romance novel. This ain't no movie. Big grown-ass men, man, y'all see. That's probably why y'all not gonna win right there, Skip. Got there, cried in the locker room after the game. Jeez, after a win, really? Really, Skip? I mean, really?
Shannon, they were the Succaneers. They were 7-9. They were going nowhere slowly. And all of a sudden, the GOAT said, I choose you. And lives changed.
Oh, my God.
And all of a sudden, they wake up after going 3 times on the road as a wild card team, and they are going home to the first ever home team Super Bowl.
But it just, Skip, Brady understands, and that's the problem that I don't think enough people have. Brady understood from a very long time ago is that I'm playing for Super Bowls, and if a Pro Bowl, All-Pro MVP comes along with that, I'll take it. Far too many guys put it the other way. If the Super Bowl comes with me making the Pro Bowl, making the All-Pro team, I'll take that.
Okay.
Brady just shifted it. Super Bowl first, and then everything that comes after that, I'll take that.
Okay. Did Tom Brady volunteer this story as he was being interviewed?
No.
He never does.
No,
he never would.
no.
He's not going to make his own mythology, right? He gives you nothing in the interviews.
Right.
This came from Lavonte David during a podcast. And the key to this is we don't know the player in question.
Right.
I don't know if he was a second stringer, third stringer, practice squatter. I don't know who it was. But here's the difference. I've always told you Tom Brady is Jordan-esque, but there are many stark differences between the two of them. The difference in this one line, what the F you crying for, we're not done yet. That's what Lavonte said that Tom said to whoever was crying real tears, okay? The key to that is the tone of how you said it. I believe Tom Brady asked it as a question. Why are you crying for? With some sympathy behind it.
But you just know why he said it, Skip, because you said they were the Succaneers.
Okay.
They were just 7-9, and now we go from 7-9 and we're in the Super Bowl.
Okay, here's the difference between Brady and a guy I knew very well in Chicago because I covered him, Michael Jordan. He would have said the same thing in an incredibly different tone, a scathing tone, and it wouldn't have had a question mark after it. It would have been a declarative statement. What the fuck? You know, like, what do you do?
What are you crying for?
You're right? Okay, so this is Michael Jordan versus Tom Brady in different styles, because one is the all-time good cop leader.
Right.
Now, Tom will unleash on you in the like on the bench in the huddle. But it's coming from a place of love and respect that he has built slowly but surely in the time allotted, right? Yeah. Okay. But with Jordan, you were all over him for the documentary, right? The Last Dance, because he was abusive. Right. He was verbally abusive of everybody on that team, including Scottie Pippen. He would humiliate. He would annihilate players in practice, while in this case, Tom would never do that. Right. He would never try to show you up in front of your teammates. Am I right? Right. Okay. So in this case, Tom, Levante didn't say it how Tom probably said it. So I'm going to give him I would love that he said it this way. If he said it in the tone that he could get away with saying it to somebody.
I don't have a problem with him saying it. What I have a problem with him is that what happens in the locker room normally stays in the locker room.
Right. Okay. So, in the end, are you saying you hate that he said this?
No, I don't. Look, how Tom Brady motivates and gets that team ready to play, that's the only Tom Brady knows. He's been around them long enough. He kind of knows what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. But for me, Skip, what I've always tried to do, Skip, is that I've always tried to tell people, like, emotion is good, but control emotion is better. So when someone is feeling something, some happiness, I don't tell them they shouldn't feel that at that moment, because I don't know. I know what I felt, Skip, when I won the Super Bowl. Did I feel the same thing after I won the AFC Championship game? Not to the level that I felt the Super, because that's the ultimate prize. But getting there, after being so close, getting knocked out the year before in the divisional round, and finally get there, you're like, oh man, now I get a chance. Because, Skip, there's nothing worse than getting knocked, I guess. Yeah, it is. That happened to me my second year in the league, getting knocked off the game before the Super Bowl. Because you're so close. You're so close. You're like, man, we going to the Super Bowl. We win this game, we going to the Super Bowl, and no, you're not. And like I said, like you said, you don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. But for them, maybe they played 7, 8, 9 years. Maybe, Skip, maybe this is their first time going to a Super Bowl.
Okay. So, in the end, I don't think he's trying to create any new mythology about Tom Brady. I just think...
But he did it. He didn't intend to, but he did.
But it speaks to Tom Brady taking a team that had no idea how to win games at all and turning it into a Super Bowl team on the fly in a pandemic with no preseason.
Well, that's Skip. I believe they would have been a wild card team at bare minimum last year if Jameis, instead of having 30 interceptions, has 15. Or